Your haircut is either taking 10 years off your face or quietly adding them back on, and the frightening part is that most women over 60 have no idea which one is happening to them right now. Today we are revealing 3 specific haircuts that genuinely make women over 60 look a full decade younger, and 3 that are doing the complete opposite no matter how popular they are. At least one on the avoid list is what you have right now. Stay with me to the end. Welcome to Glow at every age, where every woman over 60 deserves to look and feel absolutely incredible without spending a fortune. New here? Subscribe right now and join this community. Returning viewers, welcome back home. Drop a comment telling me your current haircut and give this a thumbs up. Let us get straight into it. Haircut 1 that makes you look younger, the layered lob. The lob is a long bob that typically sits anywhere between the chin and the collarbone. But it is not just the length that makes it so powerful for women over 60. It is the layers. A layered lob has movement built directly into the cut itself, which means the hair never sits flat or heavy against the face. It lifts, it moves, and it breathes. What layers do for the face is almost like a natural facelift without touching anything. When the hair has movement and volume through layers, it creates the impression that the face underneath is equally alive and energized. Flat hair against the face reads as heavy. Moving layered hair reads as light and youthful. The layered lob also works beautifully with natural gray and silver hair because the layers catch the light differently at each level, creating dimension and luminosity that flat cuts simply cannot achieve. Why it works: the length is long enough to elongate the face and neck but short enough to avoid dragging the face downward. The layers create lift and movement that frame the face rather than hanging around it. This is one of the most universally flattering haircuts available to women over 60 regardless of face shape. Haircut 2 that makes you look younger, the soft pixie with length at the top. The pixie cut has a complicated reputation for women over 60 because a very short blunt pixie can sometimes look severe. But a soft pixie with length kept deliberately at the top and crown of the head is an entirely different story, and it is genuinely one of the most youthful and striking haircuts a woman over 60 can wear. The length at the top creates volume and height at the crown, which lifts the entire face visually. When the eye travels upward toward height and volume at the top of the head, the face below appears lifted, the jawline appears more defined, and the whole impression is one of energy and vitality. The softness around the sides and at the temples is equally important. Soft tapered sides rather than harsh blunt sides keep the cut from looking severe or overly structured and give the face a gentle, flattering frame. Why it works: height at the crown visually lifts everything below it. Soft edges around the face eliminate harshness. The overall silhouette is clean, modern, and effortlessly elegant in a way that reads as intentional rather than simply practical. Haircut 3 that makes you look younger, the textured bob with face framing pieces. A textured bob is not the same as a regular bob, and that distinction matters enormously. A regular blunt bob has one clean line of length with no variation in the ends. A textured bob has movement built into the ends of the hair through point cutting or texturizing techniques that make the ends soft and feathered rather than blunt and heavy. That softness at the ends is what changes everything for women over 60. Combined with face framing pieces, which are soft sections of hair cut slightly shorter at the front to fall gently around the forehead and cheekbones, this cut creates a frame for the face that is gentle, flattering, and visually lifting. Why it works: soft textured ends eliminate the heaviness that a blunt bob can create. Face framing pieces draw attention directly to the eyes and cheekbones. The overall effect is a woman who looks refreshed, groomed, and effortlessly put together every single day. Okay, before we get into the 3 haircuts to avoid, I need to pause here for a second. If one of those first 3 already sounds like exactly what you need, drop a comment below and tell me which one, because I would love to know which style is resonating most with this community right now. And if you are watching this and you have not yet hit that subscribe button, please do it right now. We share honest, practical beauty and style advice for women over 60 every single week on this channel, and I would genuinely hate for you to miss what is coming next. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and let us keep going, because the avoid list is where things get really interesting. Haircut 1 to avoid, the very short blunt crop with no texture. This is one of the most common haircuts women over 60 choose, and it comes from the best possible intention. It feels low maintenance, clean, and practical. But a very short blunt crop with no texture and no softness anywhere around the face is one of the most aging haircuts available, and here is exactly why. When hair is cut very short and very bluntly with no layering or texturizing, the face is completely exposed with no softening frame around it whatsoever. Every feature and every line on the face is fully visible with nothing to create a gentle transition between the hair and the face. The result is that the face can look harder, more angular and older than it actually is. The blunt edges also mean there is no movement in the hair at all. It sits in one flat position and stays there, which reads as heavy and static rather than light and youthful. The alternative, if you love short hair, ask for a short cut with soft texture and a little length kept at the crown. That single change transforms the same basic length into something that flatters rather than ages. Haircut 2to avoid, the overly layered shapeless cut. This one surprises people because layers sound like they should always be flattering. And they are when they are done correctly. But when a cut has too many layers placed without any structure or intention, the result is hair that looks thin, wispy, and without any shape or definition at all. For women over 60 whose hair may have naturally become finer or thinner over the years, excessive unstructured layering removes even more weight and density from the hair, making it look sparse rather than voluminous. The hair ends up looking like it is struggling to exist rather than confidently framing the face. The alternative, ask for structured layers that are placed intentionally to create volume at the crown and movement through the mid-lengths without removing too much weight from the ends. The goal is shape and movement, not thinning. Haircut 3to avoid, the long single-length cut with no layers. Long hair on women over 60 can be absolutely stunning. But long hair with no layers and no movement that hangs in one single length straight down from the crown is one of the most aging choices available, regardless of how beautiful the hair color is. The reason is weight and gravity. Long single-length hair is heavy, and that weight pulls everything downward. It drags the face down, emphasizes any sagging along the jawline and chin, and creates a silhouette that is all downward movement with no lift anywhere. The longer and heavier the hair, the more pronounced this downward pull becomes. The alternative, long hair with long layers, is a completely different story. Long layers remove the weight and heaviness while keeping the length. They create movement and body through the hair that lifts the face rather than pulling it down. If you love your long hair, keep it. Just ask your stylist to add long flowing layers throughout. Here is the truth that ties everything together today. Your hair is one of the most powerful tools you have when it comes to how young and how vibrant you look. And the difference between a haircut that lifts you and one that ages you is often just one conversation with the right stylist armed with the right information. You now have that information. Walk into your next salon appointment knowing exactly what to ask for and exactly what to steer away from. Because you deserve a haircut that works as hard for you as you have worked your entire life. Before you go, please share this video with a friend who is thinking about changing her hair, because this could genuinely change her next appointment completely. Leave a comment below telling me whether your current haircut landed on the yes list or the avoid list, because I have a feeling the comments on this one are going to be very lively. Subscribe to Glow at Every Age if you have not already, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a week with us. Thank you so much for being here today. You are not just getting older. You are getting more elegant every single day. And I will see you in the next one.